Grace was 10 when she first became obsessed with skincare.
I just saw some people online and I was interested and wanted to try it out. I know I've spent a lot of moisturisers and skincare, like $90 for maybe one thing.
There's been a huge rise in kids, mostly girls, getting into the world of beauty products well before their teens. And Grace says there's a big reason why.
Well, there's a lot of influencers that just promote skincare and that's very popular, and then they start trying it out and see how they like it, yeah.
We're gonna do my full makeup with only pink packaging.
You only have 5 minutes to get ready.
This is a 24 karat gold face serum. It's $220, so it's expensive.
I think because it's trendy and people, they want to act older than they actually are. I think that's kind of the problem with our world. Everyone wants to act more mature than they actually are.
You're just seeing what's mainstream, all the influencers are doing, and that's just their idea of what you would do to fit in.
Everyone else is using this, I'm going to use it, and it might be really harmful. They just don't know.
We're in the middle of a boom in the beauty market. Global sales have increased by more than $100 billion since 2020, and those numbers are still going up. A lot of these products are designed for adults or older teenagers, so the growth in kids buying them has made older teens and adults sit up and take notice.
We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course we are obsessed with skincare.
I had so much beef with a 10-year-old at Sephora today.
Let me tell you what happened.
It's like all those little girls, they're coming in through to Sephora and like really young and just spending a lot of money on skincare and beauty products.
Time for a Sephora haul.
The problem is sometimes these products can do more harm than good if they're not the right product or not used properly.
Once I bought this thing and burned my skin, my face went red, and I got all these little bumps all over my face the next day, and I was crying at one stage because it was so painful.
The problem with these is that they will increase your skin's sensitivity to the sun. So in other words, you'll go into the sun and you'll get burnt more easily.
Dr. Michelle Wong is a chemist who debunks a lot of skincare myths via her online persona Lab Muffin Beauty Science.
That is actually unscientific.
She says kids' skin is very different to adults.
So our skin really kind of reaches its peak in terms of things like collagen, which is one of the proteins in your skin that keeps it smooth and bouncy, about your mid-20s. So if you are, say, younger than that, significantly younger than that, like 10, then there's just no real need for these sorts of products, and they can actually cause damage to your skin.
For starters, when we're young, like early teens, the outermost layer of our skin is thinner, which means it's not as resilient, and introducing products can irritate it. But Dr. Wong says it's anti-aging products that are becoming popular with young teens.
So a lot of younger people are seeing these messages about anti-aging, about wrinkles, about protecting your skin from aging, when it's not actually a message meant for them.
Anti-aging is a pretty broad term, but basically they're products that fight wrinkles or age spots or help us exfoliate, which basically means get rid of dead skin. The problem is some of these products can contain chemicals not suited to young skin, things like glycolic and lactic acid and retinoids. These chemicals can make our skin more sensitive to the sun, as well as irritate and break down our skin barrier.
If you're getting acne, then that's probably around the time when you can start getting benefits from it, but if you're younger, then there's no real point to it. At best, it's a waste of money. At worst, it could potentially make your skin really sensitive, so it does tend to thin the skin barrier a bit.
When we talk about these viral products, can you give me an idea as to how much they might be spending on them?
Anywhere from $30 to $150 for a moisturiser.
Around I think $60 to $80, even $100 for just something small.
Back in the day, maybe 10 years ago, when people were looking at these sort of skincare messages, when they were looking at anti-aging skincare ads, a lot of the time that was on other places like on TV. And it would be in the middle of, say, a TV show that was aimed at older people. But these days, because everything is so online, then a lot of this sort of age targeting isn't quite right.
Kids are getting phones much younger, and then their parents are allowing them to get social media, and I guess they're just following trends and whatever's the most popular at the moment.
According to Dr. Wong, beauty filters and filters that show what you look like when you're older have created an obsession with aging.
You kind of just lose sense of what real skin actually looks like and how closely anyone is actually looking at your skin. So I think sometimes it is really healthy to take a step back and think about other things that might be a bit more constructive. A lot of how your skin looks and behaves is genetic. There's only so much you can do.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to look after your skin, and having a simple routine that's suited to you can be good.
I think it's okay for kids to start looking after their skin, especially in Australia. So one of the things that is really important is sunscreen. If your skin is dry, then oils and hydrating ingredients are both good. If your skin is on the oilier side, you want to look for a lighter formula that has a lot of hydration.
Grace, who's now 13, says she's a bit more careful with the products she uses.
So I try to stick to more natural skincare now. All these acids and things are just damaging my skin, and all the money I'm spending not very good. I try to use as little as I can, just things I think I should be using.